Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? Hope everyone is having a great day today. Hope everyone is having a great morning. We're here today. You're back. This is the RichCreator Show podcast. This is the RichCreator Show podcast, and I am your host. As you see, RichCreator Chris. That's what this is called. RichCreator Show podcast. This is One More Coffee with RichCreator Chris. I am RichCreator Chris. Glad to have you here, guys, here with me. My other fellow rich creators out there, entrepreneur, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're a small business owner, whether you're just a regular individual in the community, in your neighborhood, in your family. If you're a creative, you create content, whatever it is that you do, we are all rich creators. Why? Because we all have the creative possibilities within us that are endless. We can do anything we put our mind to. We can do anything we want to do. So with that being said, it's a pleasure, honor to have you guys here with me once again this morning. We're just going to start off with a couple lightweight things that, as we've been discussing, uh, that there have, okay, looks like I had a couple of technical difficulties. So just again, if you didn't catch the beginning, this is the RichCreator Show. I am RichCreator Chris, and it's a pleasure, honor to have you here with me today. This segment is called One More Coffee with RichCreator Chris. So, feel free to pour up a cup of coffee, a cup of Joe, maybe where you're at. Enjoy a cup with me. It'll be real quick, I promise you. You'll be able to get back to whatever it is you're doing. This show is just dedicated at being a motivational podcasting platform for small business owners, for entrepreneurs, for individuals in the community that really just desire to have a more positive lifestyle, more positive mindset. And so it is an honor that I'm able to come to you guys with as much positivity as possible to continue to encourage you and stuff like that as you go on day to day to try to be your best in the community, at work, in your business. As you continue to do these things, continue to aim to the top. It's just my opportunity to continue to motivate you guys, and I take that as an honor, as a pleasure. So I thank you for allowing me into your life at this moment, into your business. Thank you for allowing me to jump into your business, as they say, and just to spend a little time with you for a few minutes. Today, you're just going to go over a couple things that I thought, because we're talking about lifestyle, mindset, changing for the positive, ways to change for the positive. And in any ways you do that, you always want to start at the bottom. Start at ways that people can understand, relate to you. Good morning, Nicole. Good morning, everyone that's tuned in. Thank you for everyone for your support once again. Today, we're going to talk about 5 ways to really adopt a mind-saving, money-saving lifestyle. It's easy to want to do things in our life, but we got to be prepared. In order to start that way, we got to have a solid foundation, some type of foundation that we can rely on, that no matter when things happen, we can always go back to the basics. If we got to start over, it gives us opportunity to start over, to reinvest time into our thought process, into the decisions that we're making. So this is just something I thought was very important, because a lot of times we jump the gun. We skip step 1, we skip step 2, and we go to 3 and 4, because we feel like in our life we are prepared to make certain moves. We should be in a certain place in our life, which is totally understandable. Believe me, I feel like from the experience I've had, the businesses I've worked in, the jobs I've had, the things I've done, that maybe I should be in a different place in life. So it's easy for me to quickly want to get there by jumping some steps, by wanting to skip. Oh, well, I ain't gonna worry about that because this is where I should be. So let me go ahead and start over here anyway. We gotta prepare ourselves, because things gonna happen, and when you face these obstacles, on that pathway to where you're trying to get to, it's easily to start having self-doubt, start to really question, is this something that I can do? Should I be doing this? I'm not getting the support that I thought I was going to get. So let me just stop it, or let me go back to doing what's comfortable. And a lot of times doing what's comfortable isn't what's satisfactory to us. It's easy to go to a job every day because it's comfortable, but is it satisfactory? Are you happy when you leave work? Are you happy going to work? Are you upset at work all day? As soon as you get to work, I'm ready to go already. Uh, are you enjoying your lifestyle around that work? Sometimes we have jobs that only pay the bills. Are we satisfied with that? We go to work, but I'm stressed out. I can't. I'm stressing here. I'm stressing there. I'm not paying my bills, or I just got enough to pay bills. I have nothing left over extra. These are things that, but because we'll be so ready to get to a certain step that we'll skip the first questions. Is this something I should really be doing? Have I built the foundation? So, in order to do that, I thought that it's great to start giving people some basics of success, basics of even where to start at before you get into success. It's a pathway to success. And a lot of times we don't have anybody in our community that discuss these things with us. A lot of times we don't discuss these things with our friends. And it's important that we have these conversations in order for the next generation to grow, in order for us to share the wealth of knowledge that we have with the next generation. It's important for us to discuss and have these conversations just on the basics, just basics. What should you start at basically to really build your foundation around? And it's something that I'm growing and doing as I get older, as I continuously learn more, get more knowledge, as I continue to get a little bit more wisdom as I age. I understand the importance of having these conversations with my friends, with my families. So I thought this was something that would be great to really dive into, really take advantage of, to really start to share, despite the conversation that some people may not want to have at this moment because they are still in the comfort zone. Until they are able to get out of a comfort zone, you're not going to be able to reach some people. But you continuously plant a seed, you continuously share as much as you can, and you allow them to grow as they water that seed themselves. You plant the seed and you allow them to water it. You continuously share information, and hopefully they can ingest that information at some point in time. But if not, you continuously share with those that want to hear that information, that want to know these things. So if you've been watching and following the Rich Creator Show, the One More Cup of Coffee, one thing we do is I do poster boards. So poster boards, I write down thoughts that I have, things that I feel like I can share. Some of the things we have discussed in the show is thinking that you can do something is 50% of a pathway to success. Just planting the seed in your own mind, saying, I want to do this, is just giving you 50% of the energy you need to get to that point. The other 25% is going to be self-belief, and the other 25% is going to be your attitude. So by thinking you can do something, having the right belief in yourself, the right attitude is the goals and the secret to success. Believe in yourself, believe in your ideas, believe in your purpose, and believe in your business. These are all God-given things to us. If God gives you ideas, purpose, business opportunities, dreams, those are all things that you can obtain. It's all about having the right tools, which is what this show is about, giving you guys the tools that you need to build these foundations a little bit stronger. But those are the simple things that this show is going to be based behind. Thinking you can do something, how to build your self-belief, how to change the attitude that you have, showing you how to believe in yourself, how to believe in your ideas, how to believe in your purpose, and how to believe in your passions and your dreams. I have a mantra for you empower self. That's what yes means. The word yes, just yes you can. you empower self. That means, yes, you can empower yourself to do whatever you can want to do. So whenever somebody asks you, yes, that means, yes, I can empower myself. So let's just jump off into it today. And I appreciate everybody that's joined in. We on YouTube this morning. We are on the Facebook pages. So if you're on Facebook, you can go over to the RichCreators Show. You can go over to the Chris Dubai Show or the Chris Wilmore page. Follow us. If you're on YouTube, you can go to the Rich Creators page, TV page, or you can go to the Chris Dubai Show, as well as Instagram. Make sure you follow us at the bottom of the screen. It'll be going down there that you can follow us on Instagram as well at Rich Creators TV and on Spotify. So make sure that if you can catch later shows, I'll just give you the information right now before we get too far into it. Make sure you go to Spotify and follow, download the Rich Creators Show on Spotify. I need as many people to do that as possible, to go to Spotify, download the Rich Creators Show on Spotify. You'll see me, a picture of me. Just follow the show, ring the little bell for notifications. Every time I upload a new show, it'll go on to there. All shows may not be live here on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, so make sure that you jump on there. I need as much support as possible on Spotify. We want to ring it up. We want to blow it up. We want to share this information with the community, with as many people in the community as possible, because as we know, these are things that we don't discuss in our community that we need to discuss in our household, with our friends, family, things like that. So please, please, please support as many people as possible. Go to Spotify, follow the Rich Creator Show. Just like you see on the title here, the Rich Creator Show, exactly how it's spelled on there. Just go there, follow that for me, please. I say I'm gonna give a giveaway, and I'm gonna give a giveaway to the 10th and the 20th person I can see that follows the show and sends me a picture on Instagram, DM me, inbox me a picture on, do it on my page, whatever. The pictures, when I start getting pictures, the 10th person and 20th person, I will give a prize, a nice prize, dope prize, as they say on the radio. We'll give a nice dope prize to you. So appreciate the support for sure. For 5 ways to start a money-saving lifestyle. 5 ways to start a money-saving lifestyle. Anybody, you can definitely comment too. So please comment. Please comment. If you got any comments, let me take a seat here because I can get into it. So if you got any comments, so please drop the comments on there and we can see them. Let's see if we got any comments right now. Yeah, Nicole, we definitely appreciate Nicole being in the group this morning, man. And everybody that's out there, we got a lot of people tuned in, so we definitely appreciate it, man. All the love, support. So let's go back to it. First one is to say, first, number one of all things that we got to do in order to start a money-saving lifestyle, state of mind, the discussion, and all these types of things that are going to really build a foundation is what? To be grateful for what you have already. If you're not appreciative and grateful for what you have already, how are you even imagining being able to obtain the success that you want? If you're not even grateful for what you have, how can you even want more? And how can you expect to get more? Because if you're not grateful for what you have, let's just talk about that before we talk about being grateful. If you're not grateful for what you have, you've already messed up your chances for success. Because in order to be grateful, that means you got to have the right attitude. So if you can think you have something, you think you can do something being 50% of it, and you can still be ungrateful. But you can still think you can do something. You can have self-belief and still be ungrateful, because you all you got to do is believe in yourself. Even if you ain't grateful for what you got, you can, even people that ain't grateful they have it. You know, a lot of times those people still have self-belief some kind of way. But if you ain't got the right attitude, and that shows your ungratefulness, ain't nobody gonna want to work with you. Ain't nobody gonna want to partner with you with anything you do. Ain't nobody gonna want to invest time in you because you have no gratefulness for anything. And your ungratefulness it shows in your attitude. So you can have all these thinking you can do it, and self-belief, and you can be marketable, you can be all this, but if you got the right attitude, you rub people the wrong way. Ain't nobody is gonna want to support you. Ain't nobody gonna want to be next to you as a partner. Ain't nobody gonna want your name to represent besides theirs, because you are ungrateful, and that's gonna rub off on them. It's uncomfortable. Imagine, many of us have experienced that. What's up, Y2? That's my guy. Many of us have experienced that. We know somebody, maybe it's a great friend of ours, great business partner. We know this co-worker we've had. We built this relationship with this person, but they want to enter into some type of deal with us or something. But we know, even though, this guy has a lot of great things going for himself, he got the wrong attitude, and I can't do work with this guy because every time I go work with him, I'm gonna be upset. I ain't gonna be wanting to be there. I ain't gonna appreciate it. And then that's gonna make me look bad because everybody knows this guy got a wrong attitude. This guy is not positive. He ain't encouraging. He only wants what he's after. He's on the, give me what you can give me, but I don't have nothing to give out attitude. Those things are not going to work for you if you're not grateful for what you have. So being grateful for what you have is like the number one thing to just starting a foundation on saying, you know what, that's whether building a relationship with people or starting a money saving lifestyle, which is your foundation. Being grateful for the things that you have. They call it an attitude of gratitude. An attitude of gratitude. What's up, Scott? Man, we got some great people in here, man. Great guys, man. Women. Man, y'all make sure y'all go follow these people too that are on here too. Scott Smith, Y2, Pierre, Nicole. These are some great professional people too that you're gonna want to partner with. And so I appreciate y'all for spending a few minutes with me this morning, just to hear me out, just to support me. These conversations I think we got to have with one another, with our friends, families. A lot of people in our families and friends don't want to have these conversations because they're tough, and a lot of times it causes for transparency. It means we got to look in the mirror. A lot of times people don't want to look in the mirror and say, maybe, you know what, I need to change my perspective because maybe I am moving wrong. I'm moving right in a couple of ways, but I got a couple bad ways I need to fix. So I appreciate everybody for giving me a second just to hear me out. Make sure y'all go follow the RichCreators Show on Spotify. I want to make sure I keep pumping that up. Want to get that out there as much as possible because, I see a lot of people on social media that do memes and do these conversations. And it's great to talk about relationships. It's great to talk about all these different things. But if you're not giving no positivity, if you're not giving those conversations that we really need to have, man, you can talk about relationships all you want. It ain't going to work because you have no foundation. We got to build a foundation. And this show is really aimed at building a foundation for lifestyle change, positive mindset, personal development, growth. And then it's going to be tools for businesses because we talk to a lot of businesses. If you watch the YouTube page, follow Rich Creators TV on YouTube, you'll see that all the interviews, I do business interviews with business professionals, entrepreneurs, small businesses. So make sure if you are on here and you are a business that you put your information at the bottom, all the information at the bottom, email me. I'll be in touch with a lot of y'all, but email me just because we get busy. And show me some interest, and I'll definitely get in touch with you and have you on the show as soon as possible. So going back to being grateful for what you have. Be grateful for what you have. Have an attitude of gratitude. That is the most important thing of building your foundation. Second one, think creatively. Think creative. Think creative. In order to have any type of success, you got to think creative. In order to build relationships, you got to think creative. In order to grow your family foundation, you got to think creative, outside the box. I got some guys here, Scott Smith, music promoting, Y2 Pierre, artist. Y'all two need to link up. As a matter of fact, God put y'all here for a reason together on the same day, the same show. These guys got to think creative to expand that business, to grow that business. You got to, in order to create music, an artist, imagine an artist. In order for an artist to think creative, that means he gotta look at his surroundings and be able to write about that in a way that it can relate to others. And so that's what thinking creative is: finding ways to relate to others, finding ways to make something out of what you got. Looking at what you have, you're humble for what you have. Now looking around, and I'm thinking creative on how to expand this. How can I use what I have and create it in a new way that people will want it, that I will accept it and be happy with it, and that I can sell it as well. You know, if you're a writer, if you like to talk, you write, and you gotta think, you gotta make up new stories. If you're a family, if you're a mother or dad, and you got your kids, which you got to think creative. How can I entertain these kids? What can I do? Where can I take them to? What kind of things can I do around the house? That let me look around the house. What kind of games? As when we was growing up in the 80s and 90s, we had all kind of games that we played outside. Kids these days don't really go outside and play in the yard no more. You know, back then we had to be creative on how we wanted to play. What kind of games we had. We used whatever was out around the house, whatever was in the neighborhood. We found an old tire, and we'll find a way to create a game with a tire. This was just things that we had to do in order to be creative. You might discover in trying to be original and be creative that you come up with something better than what you already got. Repurposing. If you're creative, you create jewelry and stuff like that, or you're a hobbyist. If you like to if you have hobbies around the house, you may find ways to find old furniture, paint it. I had a friend who just said that she had some new old furniture that she found, and she was really getting tired of the furniture. She was thinking about getting some new stuff and this and that, and she was like, you know what? Why don't I just paint it a different color and change the where I use it at, which room I use it at, and that gives me exactly what I need, what I wanted to go buy. That's just a way of thinking outside the box. Yeah, dodgeball. 1, 2, 3 red light. Somebody said, I hadn't heard that in a long time. 1, 2, 3 red light. That's a good one right there. Yeah, dodgeball. Kill the man football. What was the we had the game where we had the ball, the volleyball, the whatever, soccer ball. It was on the chain to the pole, and we just hit it around the pole. I can't remember what they called it. We took a tennis ball, and we get a tennis ball or a ball, and we just throw it at the wall. You know, those were games that we had to come up being creative. Yeah, you repurposing jewelry. Things like that. You may repurpose jewelry and sell costume jewelry or whatever women do. All kinds of ways to be creative and to really think outside the box. So those are things that, that really help us to grow a foundation. One of the most important things on foundation is giving back. That's one of the biggest things, giving back. It mentions in the Bible that we're here to be servants. To give back, you get more by giving back than you would ever imagine. I tell people that all the time. Until I started, I thought I was blessed. I thought I was blessed huge. Tetherball. I thought I was blessed big time because, I even though I would go through things, I would still be happy. I still would get to a certain success level that I was comfortable with. And I was surviving more than anything. I thought that being that I was surviving, I thought I was being successful and that I was being blessed. And that was just, God was just allowing me to see that once I actually created this community group, the Us Together community group, where we donate, we volunteer our time, we volunteer our money, and what a lot of people don't know is 90% of what we donate and this and that comes from our pockets. Until I actually started to give back in that way to others and without any expectation, I noticed how blessed I was. I started getting blessings left and right. excuse me, I started getting blessings left and right, more than I can ever imagine. It's insane. So I tell people that a huge part of being successful is giving back. What you invest into others without any expectation is huge blessings. Nicole, you want to volunteer? We have definitely have ways to volunteer. We actually have a school drive that we're doing right now. That is, we're gonna do the drive in a few weeks. We'll definitely reach out to you. I'll definitely get some information. If you want to volunteer, we got ways to volunteer. It's a number of other opportunities that we have that we can share with you as well in the community. But we definitely have ways to volunteer. So anybody that wants to volunteer, please get with us. Get in touch with me. I can give you a few options, as well as tell you about some other places that you can get in touch with that volunteer. And I think that would be great. I think that's great. It's giving back uh is remembering that it's people that's always more or less in a worse situation than you. So it's important to help people who can't help themselves. It's important to share your resources. It's important to share the information, the knowledge you have. What's the use of gaining experience in something and not being able to share that experience with someone else? We got to remember that it's generations to come after us. Uh, a lot of people are worried right now. If you look at if you look at politics, uh, right now in politics, people are worried because all of the politicians are getting old. If you think about it, most politicians are getting older and older, and we don't have really a generation of new politicians coming into place. So who's going to run the country and the world when those old generations of politicians start to move out? If they're not sharing, if they don't begin to share the information, if we don't get people in those positions to share the information with the next set of people, and it's no different in our life. Being able to assist others with what they don't know, being able to assist others with what they can't do, pooling our resources together to help the community, to help the older community, our senior citizens in the community. We have to step up in order to give back. And in giving back, we receive so many blessings that it's insane. Uh, just imagine if your kids was out here hungry, because in a blink of an eye, things can happen and put us in a situation that we can't control. So just imagine if you was in that situation, what would you do? You know, one thing I've always done is when I see people at the store or something, they always ask for change. I always give extra change. If I got some change in my pocket, I don't care if it's $1, $2, $5. I've given guys $10. I've just gotten food. I mean, I remember coming from I had this left Papados or something one day and had a bigger. I didn't have an appetite, so I almost took all my food home with me. I mean, I got lobster in the box. I got everything in the box, and I run it to the guy at the store who I see all the time. And I knew what he was gonna ask me for. He asked me for something. I gave him a whole box of food. I mean, lobster. I said he's sitting up there, he eating lobster and everything. Like, man, he fine dining today. But I was blessed after that, and I don't question it. I don't question whatever he gonna do with the change, the money. He can. He can't. I mean, he might be able to sell that food that day, but that wasn't my thing. But whatever he's gonna do with it's past me. You know. Uh, I let God and him worry about that. It's up to me to be able to get my blessing, to not have no expectation and to not try to tell him what to do with the money. You know, imagine those days where you've had challenges and you had to ask somebody to borrow something. There's one thing that irks me when I've asked people to borrow something for before, when I knew I was gonna pay them back maybe that day, same day or whatever. Oh, what you need this for? Well, what do it matter what a person needs it for? Are you gonna help them or not? Are you going to block your blessing or not? You know, we get too concerned and too wrapped up in what a person going to do with the things that they need assistance with, and that's not our determination. Just like we always holler, only God can judge me. Same with them. Only God can judge them, but He will judge you on your action. So giving back is something I find very, very important to being successful, to build a foundation, because just like anything can happen to the other people, can happen to us as well. And it always has a way of coming back to us. It always has a way of coming back. So that's something that's I thought was great to discuss and to really put on people's minds and hearts this morning. To always understand that less equals more. And feel free at any time within this podcast, within this show, you wanna comment on something, please feel free to comment on it. We want to, this is really an open discussion. I don't have any current guests right now, but y'all are my guests to the show. I appreciate y'all spending time with me, and I want to be able to spend this time with going back and forth with y'all as well. We will start having interviews next week, so please, if you are interested in being featured on the show, having discussions about business, growth and development, please hit the email at the bottom of the screen right there. Inbox me if you're on Facebook or whatever. Send me an inbox. If you're on YouTube, send me a private message. If you're on LinkedIn, send me a message, and we can definitely get these interviews started real soon, like ASAP yesterday. So definitely appreciate y'all really for talking and going back and forth with me. Appreciate everybody that's jumping in too and saying what's up and showing support. Let's see. Understand that less equals more. What does that really mean? What does that really mean? That means that you can appreciate what you have without going over the board, and you can refocus your time and energy. That's what understanding less equals more. That means that by refocusing the time, taking reflection, saying, okay, less equals more. What does less equals more? That really means this is a time to refocus your energy and time into the things that you are investing into. If you actually look at, you may be overly invested into too many things. By figuring out which ones are priorities for you, what is important for you, and where you're trying to go, the foundation you're trying to build, by cutting certain things out that you're not involved in, that you dedicated, that you said I want to be involved in, but you're not. By removing those things out of your way, you can invest more time into the things that you need, which means that you don't need as much as you think, because sometimes we overinvest. As I was driving yesterday, it came to me when I came up with this idea was a lot of times we sign up for stuff and then we sign out without telling nobody. We sign up. I'm down. I want to do this. I want to do that. Yeah, I want to do this. Put me down for that. Put me down for this. And then we sign ourselves out because we realize that we got more stuff going on. So we silently sign ourselves out, but we don't tell nobody that we signed out. And so everybody we've told about this is waiting on us to see what we're going to do. They waiting on our participation. They're waiting on our assistance. They waiting on our help. They waiting because we said we was going to be a part of that. And we've silently signed out. And we give the minimum as possible just because we said we was going to do it. Well, if you're only giving the minimum, you're not helping the situation. So that means you gotta stand up and sign yourself out and really involve yourself into things that you can fully give 100%. 50% ain't enough. 100% is what's needed. Too many times we tell people, I will meet you in the middle and I'm gonna give 50 and you give 50. No, everybody got to give 100% in order to being successful about that. If we not, and I, like Nicole said, yeah, it's good. We sign up and we sign out. You're guilty of asking people what they need it for. Yeah, we all are. We all are. That's the thing. That's why this show is so important to me, because these are growing lessons for myself as well as for others. And I've realized these are conversations that we got to have. And if somebody don't take the initiative, we'll never have them. So I'm one of the people that I feel like, well, if I need to talk about something, I got to take the initiative to talk about it, and it just will be an uncomfortable conversation. But we'll talk about it, we'll get it out the way, and we can grow. That's the emphasis. This show is really about growing and having these conversations that allow us to feel comfortable with the information that we have, the knowledge and the experience that we have, and to reflect and say, you know what, maybe I can, let me change it to do this a little bit more and see how that feels. That, a lot of times when I've changed my perspective on these things, it made me feel a lot better. It's made me understand people a lot more. It made me more empathetic. And I think in the society right now, we need more empathy. We need more empathetic people because that's how we relate to one another. And by putting ourselves in those shoes is going to help us to grow, to understand each other, and to be able to help one another. So knowing that less equals more time is a huge thing. Don't sign up and then sign out, and be able to put your full into whatever it is you involve yourself in. If you say you want to start a business with somebody, or you have your own business ideas and you start your own business and you sign up and you now you're attached to this. Well, now it's up to you to be consistent, to put in 100% every day, to do what you got to do to your part. And when there's failures, to realize, where did I go wrong at? Where could I have done a little bit better at? Relationships are huge with that. In relationships, growing in relationships is when the relationship is at a place where it's uncomfortable, asking yourself, well, where am I falling short at? What can I do better at? Because we always know what the other person is not doing or is doing that or needs to do more. But do we ask ourselves that? Do we question ourselves, like, what can I do better? How can am I observing this person enough to understand what they need and expect from me? Am I understanding this situation enough to know what this situation needs from as far as my dedication and my involvement? Whether it's a business plan or if you're in a partnership with somebody, if you're out here and you're your own business owner and the business isn't going the way you want to, or am I understanding the market enough? Or am I just saying I want to do this, but I'm not putting enough energy because it's too much? I feel the process is too much. Let me redirect my energy and let me put more energy into this. Let me put more energy into this and stop trying to do so much. And by doing that, you get to the success that you're trying to get to. Plant that seed. Definitely plant that seed. The next one is spending time with like-minded people. Spending time with like-minded people. Hang out with people that think the way you think, that want the success that you want, that want to see you grow, that you want to see grow, that you can support, people that support you, people on the same path that you're on. Don't try to fit in the crowd. That crowd is no longer for you. Understand what you're trying to do, and then partner with like-minded people. That's in anything you do. That's a relationship, personal relationship. That's a business relationship. That's when you're doing things in a community. Your friendships at work, co-workers. A lot of times, co-workers, you're a positive person, but you got all these negative co-workers around you, and you want to grow in the company, but you got all this clique of people that you like to hang with or whatever. I was explaining to someone that recently that can happen at a lot of jobs. You want to grow, where you at in life and your mind, and you want to grow in the company, but you got a clique of friends that That's the least on their mind. They don't even like working at that place. But you love going to work. You love what you do. Well, you got to spend time with people in the company that are growing. Get away from the clique of people, because as long as you associate with the clique, you're not going to grow, because you're going to be associated with a clique of people who don't want to grow. So even when it's time for them to do internal hiring, they're not going to consider you, because you with the people that don't want to get internally hired. You with the people who can't wait to find another job. You with the people who can't wait to get fired because they keep up so much mess at work. You with the people who can't wait to get out because they don't like to come to work. So you got to spend time getting to understand the company, understanding the growth process, rubbing elbows with the people that are growing and maturing. Uh, that's a huge part of success at work. And when you work for a company, it's spending time with the right people at work. Not only learning the business and the position, but spending time with the people who are growing and developing that can help you grow and develop. Same way with relationship, spend time with somebody that understands what you're doing, that supports it, but also you support, and that y'all can continuously grow in whatever it is that you're doing. You got to be, conversations is understanding. The biggest thing about these things is understanding and not being overly involved, being able to give back, being creative, and being grateful. These are basic foundations that we got to have, that we got to use. Let's say you want to go out, and people like to go hang out at the bars and drinks and stuff like that, but maybe you're not into that scene anymore. But everybody, that's all they want to do. Spend time with people that not into that scene anymore. You know, at a point in life, we got to mature and understand that we can't do the same things we've always done. And if we do, then we doing them 50%. Always give 110%. Always give 110%. Whatever you do, you can do anything you want to do. And so those were the things that came to me about just being a few ways to start a money saving lifestyle, to start a grounded foundation. Anybody else got any ideas on things like that? Let's go see what some of the people in the comments say. A few people saying that they agree. Some of the games that was listed. About planting those seeds. And I think it is important to plant those seeds. Having these conversations is planting those seeds. We got to learn, any ideas that you guys use out there when you determine how you want to build your foundation. What's some of the ways that you use to build a foundation within your own life? Whether it's anything different from some of the stuff I mentioned today. I think that it's important that we build these foundations in our communities, in our houses, sharing this wealth of information and knowledge that we have. If we don't have anything else, man, I definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in. Today was great. Appreciate you for allowing me into your households right now. If you're in your car, into your car speakers, into your mobile devices. I appreciate that time. I appreciate all the comments, everybody for jumping in today to have some comments, showing love. Make sure you go to Spotify. I'll put all the information at the bottom of the screen. Make sure I get my finger in the right place. There we at, right there. See at the bottom of the screen, it's scrolling. Follow us on Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at RichCreators TV. RichCreators TV on YouTube. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. Go to Spotify, get the RichCreators Show app. This show will be on there as well as others. I got a couple more. I got like 4 or 5 more to add on there. If you like hip hop music, follow the Chris Dubai Show on Spotify. Got a lot of interviews on there. with artists, independent artists. Got some great shows on there that I've had. So make sure you go on there as well. Check out the Chris Dubai Show on Spotify and on YouTube. Spotify and YouTube, and it's on Facebook as well. But make sure you go today and get the RichCreators Show podcast on Spotify. I will see you guys on Friday. We're doing this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Make sure that you stay encouraged. Make sure you stay focused. Make sure you keep pushing. That's what I need you to do. Stay encouraged, stay focused, and keep pushing. And I'll see y'all Friday. Your boy, Chris Dubai. Now I'm out. Let's go.